When Emma discovered her husband had sold her wedding ring, she thought their marriage was over, but she didn't know what he had sacrificed to get it back. Emma noticed the empty jewelry box on a Tuesday morning. At first, she thought she had simply misplaced her wedding ring. She searched the bathroom, then the bedroom. She checked the kitchen counter, her handbag, even the pockets of yesterday's clothes. Nothing. Finally, she opened the drawer where she always kept the ring when she wasn't wearing it. The small velvet box was there, but the ring was gone. Emma stood completely still. That ring wasn't expensive. It was an old gold band with a tiny stone in the center, but to Emma, it was priceless. Ryan had bought it 6 years ago when they were still struggling financially. He had worked extra shifts for months to afford it. She remembered the day he gave it to her. They were sitting on a bench in a small park. Ryan had been nervous. He opened a tiny box and said, "I know it's not much, but someday I'll replace it with something better." Emma had laughed and told him, "I don't want something better. I want this." 6 years later, she still felt the same way. So when she couldn't find it, she immediately went downstairs. Ryan was making coffee. "Ryan," she said. He turned around. "Yeah, have you seen my wedding ring?" The color slowly disappeared from his face. Emma noticed, and suddenly, she knew. "You have it, don't you?" Ryan looked down. "Emma." Her heart began beating faster. "What did you do with my ring?" Ryan didn't answer. Emma stepped closer. "Ryan, where is it?" Finally, he whispered, "I sold it." Emma stared at him. For several seconds, she couldn't even speak. "You what?" "I sold the ring." "Why?" Ryan looked away. "I needed the money." Emma felt like someone had punched her in the chest. "You needed money?" Ryan nodded. "And you thought selling my wedding ring was okay?" "I was going to tell you." "When?" "I don't know." Emma's eyes filled with tears. "That ring was the first thing you ever gave me." "I know. You worked for months to buy it." "I know. And you sold it without even asking me?" Ryan couldn't look at her. Emma wiped away a tear. "You didn't just sell a piece of jewelry, Ryan." She pointed toward the bedroom. "You sold a memory." Ryan remained silent. That silence hurt more than an argument. Emma walked away. For the next few days, they barely spoke. They ate dinner in silence. They slept on opposite sides of the bed. Ryan tried several times to explain himself, but Emma refused to listen. She believed the reason was simple. Ryan didn't value their marriage anymore. Maybe their relationship had become ordinary to him. Maybe the ring meant nothing now. And maybe she meant nothing too. But Emma didn't know that Ryan was hiding something. Every evening after work, Ryan drove somewhere before coming home, and every night he checked his bank account. He was trying to save enough money to get the ring back. But Emma didn't know. She only saw a husband who had sold something precious without telling her. One Friday evening, Emma received a phone call from her younger brother, Alex. His voice sounded nervous. "Emma, can we talk?" "Of course. What's wrong?" There was a long pause. "Nothing." Emma immediately knew he was lying. "Alex, tell me. I made a mistake." "What kind of mistake?" Alex finally confessed. He had borrowed money from several people to start a small business. The business failed. Now, he was drowning in debt. But there was something else. Ryan had found out about it weeks earlier, and instead of telling Emma, Ryan had been quietly helping Alex. Emma couldn't believe what she was hearing. "Wait." Her voice became quieter. "Ryan knew?" "Yes." "And the ring?" Alex didn't answer. "Alex, was that why he sold my ring?" "I think so." Emma sat down. Suddenly, all the pieces began falling into place. The late nights, the strange phone calls, the missing money, the tired look on Ryan's face, and the wedding ring. That evening, Emma waited for Ryan to come home. When he walked through the door, she was sitting at the kitchen table. She looked at him. "Why didn't you tell me?" Ryan stopped. "Tell you what?" "About Alex." Ryan's expression changed. "Who told you?" "Does it matter?" Ryan sat down. For a moment, neither of them spoke. Then Ryan finally said, "I knew you'd blame yourself." Emma shook her head. "You should have trusted me. I was trying to protect you." "You can't protect me by keeping me in the dark." Ryan looked down at his hands. "I saw Alex falling apart. He was scared. He didn't know what to do." "So you sold my ring?" Ryan nodded. "I needed money immediately." Emma's voice cracked. You could have asked me. I know. You could have told me. I know. You could have let me choose. Ryan looked at her. I was afraid. Afraid of what? That you'd hate me for sacrificing our dream. Emma became quiet. For years, she and Ryan had been saving for their own house. Every dollar mattered, and now she understood. Ryan hadn't sold the ring because he stopped caring. He had sold it because he cared too much. But there was still one thing she couldn't forgive. You should have trusted me enough to face this with you. Ryan's eyes filled with tears. I thought I had to solve everything myself. Emma reached across the table. You don't. Ryan looked at her hand. Then he held it. The next morning, Ryan asked Emma to come with him. He drove her across town and stopped outside a small jewelry store. Emma looked confused. Why are we here? Ryan didn't answer. They walked inside. The jeweler recognized Ryan immediately. He reached beneath the counter and brought out a small box. Emma's heart stopped. Inside was her wedding ring. Ryan had bought it back. Emma looked at him. How? I've been saving every extra dollar since I sold it. You didn't have to. I know. Ryan smiled sadly. But I wanted to. Emma picked up the ring. She looked at the tiny scratches on the gold band. Those scratches carried 6 years of memories. Their first apartment, their first vacation, their first terrible argument, their first Christmas together, the nights they worried about money, the mornings they laughed for no reason. Everything was inside that little ring. Emma put it back on her finger. Then she looked at Ryan. I don't care about the ring. Ryan looked surprised. I care about us. She stepped closer. But promise me something. What? Next time you're carrying something this heavy. She placed her hand against his chest. Don't carry it alone. Ryan nodded. I promise. Then Emma hugged him, and for the first time in days, neither of them tried to hide their tears. They eventually helped Alex recover financially. It took time. It wasn't easy, and their dream of buying a house had to wait a little longer. But months later, when they finally had enough money again, Ryan took Emma back to the park where he had given her the ring 6 years earlier. He looked at her hand. The old ring was still there. Ryan smiled. I told you I'd replace it someday. Emma laughed. You did. Ryan pulled out another ring. This one was newer, bigger, more expensive. But Emma smiled and shook her head. I don't need this one. Ryan looked confused. She pointed to the old ring. This one already knows our story. Ryan smiled. And that day, they learned something they would never forget. A marriage isn't measured by how much money two people have. It isn't measured by expensive gifts, perfect houses, or easy days. Sometimes love is found in sacrifice. Sometimes it's found in forgiveness. And sometimes the strongest marriages aren't the ones that never face problems. They're the ones where two people decide to face those problems together. Because when life becomes difficult, don't ask, who is to blame? Ask, how do we get through this together? And sometimes, that's what keeps love alive.